gonna draw the famous Bandit. I love that show. I can't wait to get started. So let's do it. All right, let's get started by finding the middle of our paper. And right at the middle of our paper, we're gonna draw a sideways line. It's just a small line as wide as my finger. And on this side of it, I'm gonna draw a little diagonal curve coming up. At the end of that diagonal curve, I'm gonna draw a curved line, just like that. And this side, I'm gonna make come over a little bit further. Right here, I'm gonna curve it up, not making a sharp corner, but it's gonna come up and go diagonal, and then start diagonal and then go a little more up, just about like that. So that's about half the top of my finger. From there, I'm gonna find about the middle of this line, and I'm gonna draw a curved line coming down. This is gonna actually be Bandit's mouth. So this is his smile right here. Now right before the curve over here, I'm gonna draw a diagonal line coming down, just like that. Just a slight diagonal. You'll notice I still have quite a bit of space down here at the bottom. And right here, I'm gonna curve, again, not a sharp corner, curving it. And I'm gonna draw a nice long line coming diagonal down this way. And I want it to be long enough it came past his smile. So here's the smile, and it came past it. Might even go a little more. There we go. And then right here, it's going to gradually curve up. I'm gonna draw that curved line coming up right to about where the smile is. Doesn't look much like Bandit yet, but I promise it will. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is right here is the smile. I'm gonna leave about a finger space, and I'm gonna put a little dot on the other side of my finger. Now this is gonna be a tall C. Just comes around, and then this right here is gonna curve back diagonal just a little bit. Right in the middle of that curved C, I'm gonna hop over, and I want it a little ways over because this is gonna be his arm. So I want his arm not to be too skinny. And over here, I'm gonna come over and draw a curved line or a diagonal that's gonna curve around and down, just like that. And then in the middle of this line up here, I'm gonna make a little diagonal coming up. And right here is where his hand's gonna actually cross over this line. So I'm gonna start over here and create one of his fingers. So I start a little above, and I'm creating a round, and it's kind of coming down and over, just like that. So that's gonna be one of his knuckles. So then I'm gonna do another one right here. And then this one, I'm actually gonna have come more up, like a backwards, very tall C. And then the top part is going to actually curve over. Now right here, I'm gonna draw a little sideways line. That's gonna be his thumb tucked in. On the end of this little line right here, I just wanna draw an up and down line. And then from right here, right above that line, I'm gonna just bring it down to attach. And then right here, I'm gonna draw a curved line, just like that. So now we have his arm, we have his smile, and this is the bottom of his body. Let's go ahead and work on his body down here. So right back here, I'm gonna start up here and I'm just gonna draw kind of like a half circle coming down. Now over here, I'm gonna start here and I wanna come in just a little bit. And I'm gonna have a line that follows along this curve and goes up. See how it's right along with this line? And I want it to come up. I have it about halfway up this line right here. From there, I'm gonna curve it over so it's going a little bit up like a mountain, and then it's gonna straighten out, coming across about as far as his smile goes. And then I'm gonna curve it back down. So it's kind of like a square with rounded corners. So when I get to the bottom again, I'm gonna round it. I'm gonna follow along doing the same thing, just a little further out. So it follows this line almost exactly, and it's gonna go up high above here. It's gonna come along all the way over here and then curve right before it touches, it curves down. Right on this side where it starts to curve up, I'm gonna have a line that comes kind of at the same angle as his mouth. It just comes out like so. And then right here, I'm gonna have this line come up. And it's a finger, it's gonna come out and curve back. I'm gonna come up almost to the top of this finger. It's just a little ways down. I'm gonna go up like a mountain. And then I come out and curve back. Now about halfway down this line, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna curve down and bring it back in. Now this line is gonna curve and come all the way back to touch his body. Now right below this line, I'm just gonna draw a little curved line right in the middle. And then over here, I'm gonna start down a little below this line and I'm gonna curve up, follow along, and then curve down and back with his thumb right there. Just past his thumb, I'm gonna do a backward C right there on his arm. Coming back over here, we're gonna finish this off. I'm actually gonna bring mine up a little higher. And this is gonna be his nose. So his nose is gonna come at a curved diagonal. And the bottom of it is a U. So it's not a point, it's a U. We are making a triangle, but it has curved corners. So this is gonna be a diagonal. And again, we're gonna curve that corner. And over here, we're gonna curve this corner and then just bring them together. Inside his nose right here, we're gonna draw a nice long oval. Just right inside his nose there. On the top part of his nose, we're gonna draw it just coming back, kind of following along parallel to this line up here. Comes back. That looks about good for now. We'll try it there. I can always extend it. I'm gonna leave a little bit less than a finger space. And and I'm going to curve down. Then I'm going to curve it back. And it's going to actually come out and all the way around his smile. So right now it's just right there, and I want to go just below his smile. All right, we're going to come back up here. Now I want this line to appear like it went straight through his nose. So if this went straight through, it would come out right there. And I'm just going to keep that line going up. And as it comes up, it's going to start to curve a tiny bit, but not much. All right, now, right here, I'm going to draw his eye, and it does come up pretty high, about as high as my line does. And it's going to come right along this side. So if I started over here, it's like an oval, but the bottom got cut off. Just like that. And I am going to extend my nose just a little bit because I need to make room. So my eyes, I'm going to make another one right here, but I don't want them to touch. So from here, I want it the same height as this eye, but it is going to be a little wider because it's closer. So I come up just as high. See how they're the same height? And I want it to come down, and it's almost going to touch this part where his mouth is. There we go, it's coming out and around. And I'm going to stop it right there, leaving a little gap on top because I'm going to add an eyebrow there. So I just want to leave a little room. If you closed it, that's okay. You'll still be able to make it work. Now just a little ways up right here, I'm going to draw a curved line like a mountain coming up and down. Same thing here, up and down. And then right here, I'm going to draw, it's kind of like an oval, but it got cut off on the top and on the bottom. This one over here, same thing. We want it about the same size and the same height. So if that one went a little lower because of this one, it would be about like that. So they're about the same size, but this one does have a bottom on it. Now up here, I'm going to draw a slightly curved U kind of line, and it's going to come past over here, and right here it's going to curve up, and over here it's going to curve around. So you have like a C here and a backwards one here, and then they're going to connect on top with a curved line as well. Over on this side, he has another eyebrow. It's a little higher up. So I have a really wide U over here. And it is going to come up and over on this side, a little higher than that one. Down here, it's going to have a little curve to it as well. And then it curves back. So there's some eyebrows. He's starting to come together. Now right here, we're going to bring this across. It's kind of at this same diagonal as this, almost straight across, but not quite. And I'm going to bring this line continuing all the way over till it's almost where this one is. Because this line's going to hop over, and it's going to slowly curve up and in, and then attach. Oh, now he's really coming together. Right here, from the bottom of his eye over to his arm, we're going to draw a curved line that's almost like a U. It's almost straight across. It has a little U curve to it. All right, coming up here, we're going to want to do his ears. So I'm going to start right above this eyebrow in the middle of it, And I'm gonna go almost straight up with a little curve over. Now I want you to find the middle of this line, which I think is right there. And that's where this is gonna curve back to. Now inside, I'm gonna follow this line up. I'm gonna give it a curved corner, and I'm gonna come back down. Same thing here, right where this one ends, I'm gonna come back up, almost straight, and it should be just as tall as this one. And then it's gonna come attach way back here at the back and just kind of blend in. And then the same thing inside. We're gonna follow this coming up, curve it at the top, and it's gonna follow along, coming back down. He is definitely coming together. Bandit is looking good. All right, down here, we're gonna start his leg. So coming right here where these two lines are coming together, I'm gonna do a diagonal coming out, and then it's gonna curve down just a little bit. Deciding how wide I want his leg to be, I'm gonna do kind of the same thing over here. This one's a little longer, so I started it just a touch higher, and I'm gonna follow along at that same diagonal. Now right here, I'm gonna start above this line, and it's almost straight down, but a little bit the opposite diagonal, comes down, and then it's gonna curve and go sideways. Over here, I start just above it again, and I'm gonna bring it down and curve. And these two lines are gonna swoop down just a little bit to connect. And in the middle, I'm gonna draw a little curved line up and a little curved line up. And then right above his ankle right here, we're gonna draw a diagonal line. Now his other foot, we want the bottom of it right underneath here, and we want it about the same level, so his feet are level. So I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna draw a line across, and on the front part right here, I'm gonna curve it up and back, so it's about as high as that one right there. From there, I'm gonna come right here below this line, and I'm gonna draw a diagonal, and then I'm gonna curve it up to attach. He's leaning a bit on this side. Now we want his leg about the same width as this one. So I'm coming here and I'm gonna do a diagonal with a little curve to it. And then a diagonal back. But I wanna keep it above that line right there. Right here, we're gonna just shift it so it comes almost straight down. And then at the bottom, it's just gonna curve and connect. Now right here, I'm gonna add in his toes, the nice curved line right there, and a curved line right there. And of course, right at his ankle, I'm gonna do a curved line coming over and swooping up. Look at that dancing bandit. He's really coming along now. We're getting so close. You guys are doing awesome. We're gonna come start in the middle of this straight line up and down. We're gonna start there, and we're gonna do a curved line coming down like a U and up. Now Now I'm gonna come up here, right behind where this leg connected, and I'm gonna draw a line coming down and over. And as it comes over and out, it's gonna curve in right about, these two are diagonal across from each other. I'm gonna start below this and draw a curved line coming out and curving. Actually give a little more hook, like that. There we go. Now on this one, I want to add a hook. And then from the top of it, I'm going to go over and hook. There we go. Now I'm going to come back down here, and I'm going to do a curved line like a backward C that comes over and up. All right, that's almost all of it. I just want to come up here, and I want to come and do a line that curves from right here. It's going to come down, jumping over his arm, and it curves across here and connects to his mouth. And that's it. Bandit is done, which means we can now start coloring. Are you ready to see my final drawing of our dancing bandit? Hey, there he is, busting his move. Be sure to check out all our videos. Don't hesitate to like, subscribe, and come back for more How to Draw. Bye.